The top stories for the hour. Botswana seeks to strengthen bilateral ties with Ethiopia, says Deputy Ambassador. And Kamesa Businesswomen Federation member praises Ethiopia for heritage preservation. Hello and welcome to TBC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism. It's me, Magdalena. See you with the daily updates. To stay with us. Botswana is eager to strengthen its cordial bilateral relation with Ethiopia in various spheres, Botswana Deputy Ambassador to Ethiopia told Ethiopian news agency. Deputy Ambassador Pupi Mahambi said the Botswana and Ethiopia collaborate in different elements, including in multilateral arena, and bilaterally we do enjoy a good relationship. However, she stressed that there is still room for countries to expand and strengthen the relationship in terms of economic collaboration, cultural exchange, and people-to-people connection, noting that government of Botswana had engaged even recently at the very highest level with Ethiopia. The Deputy Ambassador said that the leaders of the two sides had a one-on-one meeting during the African Union Summit. Recall that Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed and President Duma Boko had a fruitful discussion that explored opportunities for enhancing cooperation between Botswana and Ethiopia in trade, development, and regional security on the margin of the 38th AU Summit, which was held last February. There was a positive expression from both sides to enhance the bilateral cooperation between the two countries, the Deputy Ambassador stated. Botswana and Ethiopia have a relationship rooted in mutual respect, and the spirit of Pan-Africanism was learned.
Botswana and Ethiopia enjoy very cordial bilateral relations. We collaborate in different elements, including in the multilateral arena through our membership in the AU, or rather the African Union, the United Nations, and bilaterally we do enjoy a good relationship. However, there is still room for us to expand and strengthen our relationship in terms of economic collaboration, cultural exchanges, people-to-people contact, and so forth. I can say that Botswana is eager to see this collaboration growing from strength to strength.
Participants of the COMESA Federation of Women in Business Trade Fair and conference held in Addis Ababa this week have praised Ethiopia for preserving the invaluable cultural and historical heritage of the country. The participants visited historical sites in Addis Ababa, including the renovated National Palace Museum, Adwa Victory Memorial Museum, and Ndoto Park yesterday. Speaking to Ethiopian news agency, the Libyan COMFWEB chapter chairperson Ibsani Hussein Ben Amir said she was captivated by the impressive cultural and historical artifacts of the renovated National Palace and Adwa Victory Memorial Museum. Similarly, the Swati Secretary General Spolonge Matambu lauded the meticulous preservation of the cultural artifacts and expressed gratitude for the Ethiopian hospitality. The Uganda COMFO board member Aure Lillian Oloko echoed the sentiment, highlighting her enriching experience in Addis Ababa.
I appreciate very much that the Ethiopian people were so civilized to keep the palace as it is, to keep all what's inside. This is part of the history of Ethiopia, and it should be kept well. I also appreciate very much the museum here at Adwa. Looking at the paintings, I could see part of our history. The horses, fighting with the horses, and during the Italian era, or when they occupied Ethiopia.
Ethiopia has really preserved its culture, because in some other countries you find that there's been war and their culture has really been totally destroyed. So for Ethiopia, I really liked it, that so much information and cultural assets, royal wares are still intact, in good position to really tell history about Ethiopia.
My My stay in Addis was very, very good. I loved Addis. Addis is so beautiful. It is so rich. It is so, like when I say rich, it is rich in culture, rich in historical backgrounds, and so many preservation of the culture and history in Addis Ababa. What brings me here is to understand how the Africans liberated themselves from colonial rules and also became independent and preserved all the way their culture and the way they were doing their things.
Namibia and Angola have agreed to work more closely on energy and infrastructure projects to support economic growth and create jobs, the Namibian presidency said Saturday. The agreement was made during Namibia President Nutombo Nandi-Ndaitwah's first official trip to Angola on Friday since becoming president in March this year, the presidency said in a statement. The two heads of the state reaffirmed their commitment to the joint development of the Beyance hydropower plant, a cross-border energy project of the Kwene River, the presidency said, adding that they also discussed plans to extend electricity transmission lines and water canals to northern Namibia, aimed at improving access to service and supporting economic activities. That's all we had for today's update, but before I go, let's have a recap of the top stories once again. Botswana seeks to strengthen bilateral ties with Ethiopia, says Deputy Ambassador. And COMESA Businesswomen Federation members praises Ethiopia for heritage preservation. Thank you for tuning in to TVC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism. It was me, Makadalai. See you with the daily updates. Goodbye.